And hello, 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 hello. Hey people, let me turn this music down because I don't want this to get flagged. I'm sitting up here listening to DJ Nice and Club Quarantine on Instagram. And I know later on, Honey Roland Sebastian Martin is going to be with Club Brown Liquor doing his thing on Instagram Live and things. And I've been having such a good time just listening to this music and chatting and carrying on with the children. However, I wanted to come live with you guys for just a few moments because I have not been here. I'm trying to get a little bit better with posting something every day, um, and trying to brand myself and all of those kinds of things. But sometimes I'm just not feeling it. And then I have the best intentions, but I call myself trying to time this right and carrying on, and usually my timing is off and all that kind of jazz. And I end up going to sleep, and it just doesn't do right. But I do want to come down and give my commentary and thoughts and things of that nature on a few things that are going on in the world today. I'm going to piggyback off of something that I put up this morning because I told y'all I was coming. And there was a question asked of me as to why the question is, why are people so upset and carrying on? You know, that we should just mind our business and let these folks be themselves because they're young and this, that, and the other. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, it shouldn't matter. Because people are people. But I just want to highlight a couple of things about that because, I'm in Atlanta, okay? And it's no secret in carrying on. Y'all know, our governor decided to open up everything. Well, not everything, but, slowly but surely. The conspiracy theorists and everything, they're out there, of course, talking about the stuff that is open. And then now that they got the restaurants and stuff starting to open. And for me, this is just a little bit, it's silly. And the reason why I say it's silly, although I understand those who are business owners, let me start there. Those who are business owners, those who are, looking to make a living, those who have not gotten any parts of the stimulus, some of the small businesses who didn't qualify or didn't receive any federal assistance monetarily, and financially, we understand, okay, we've got to do something because we have to survive. And I get that. I get that wholeheartedly. The thing that gets me is that in the need to survive, the thing of it is that it just seems as though they're giving you the scraps and the crumbs to do it. Because they say you can open. Okay? They say you can open. They say we could do all this. But then you have to keep in place social distancing and all of these different guidelines in order to open. You have to social distance. You have to make sure that everybody is wearing face masks and things. And you have to, the whole cleansing process in carrying on has changed. Now, for those of you who are restaurants, and here's where that's particularly finicky. Those of you who are already restaurants and carrying on, your cleansing methods and all of that should be A1 anyway. Because you already have to deal with passing inspections and this, that, and the other. You're dealing with food. You're dealing with all of those kinds of things to where you're dealing, and in dealing with the public, you have to make sure that everything is apropos when you're dealing with the public, okay? I'm going particularly with restaurants and those dealing with food and their exchange. If you're a store selling items and carrying on, that's a little different because you're purchasing stuff and there's merchandise. But when you're dealing with food, that's a whole different beast. Okay. So your cleansing methods and your cleansing ideals should already be intact, right? So that shouldn't be a problem. But now that they're talking about social distancing and this, that, and the other, how is it that you're supposed to make money if you cannot get the capacity up in there? If you cannot sit down here and have what you had, then you're already at a disadvantage, at a disad. I have a friend who is a server, and okay, so you have the areas to where you could do takeout and delivery services. Well, your servers don't get into the tip pool or whatever, because a lot of times that doesn't count into the pool the way that it was. So your servers are not getting paid the money they're supposed to be paid or whatever, or what they used to getting paid. So it becomes a whole big to do with this, and trying to get it jump started again. And we all understand that. We know what that means. Okay, we got to get back the economy back rolling again. So we are there. The problem is that right now it doesn't seem as though it is feasible, because, and you're going to hear me say this a lot until we get on the other side of this thing. This does not make any sense if we cannot go to the doctors freely without having to sit there and make an appointment. I mean, without having them call them and you tell them your symptoms before they say yay or nay, that you could come in. If you can't go to the emergency room, look at those who are pregnant and carrying on and trying to have, they can't, we cannot go to the doctors readily right now. Okay? Because we have too much in place. Okay? Or there's too many hoops that we have to go through. Until we can remove those hoops, we're not ready. Okay, we are not ready. And the sad thing is that it puts us as a people in a catch-22. Now, I can sit up here and say all day, honey, okay, I'm cool because right now I'm collecting the unemployment. But this unemployment is going to run out. Okay, it's going to run out. So what do I do then? I am upset at the fact that all that we have been going through, that the federal government has not put us a hold or a ceasefire or anything on all of these businesses who still collecting, who are still looking to put you out if you are not paying your mortgages or your rents and carrying on. How is it that the banks and the lending companies and all of that are still able to do this, that, and the other? Student loans, they put you on the furlough. They put you, they froze that. They only give you a couple of months though. But are they going to now, depending on how long this is, will they forgo that until we're able to get on the other side of this thing? And then if they forgo it, are they going to now expect you to do one lump sum of money to pay it off to bring you up to date? Or are they just going to pick it back up to where you get back on your payments? Because see, right now, we're in a time frame. This window of time should be to where time has frozen with everything else. You understand? This should be that to where this, because of this coronavirus and shit, this particular time, however long it lasts, all of this should be obliterated as far as fees and funds and this, that, and the other are concerned, because the entire world is at a standstill. However, they always say business is business, and these folks who still sit up there looking for you to pay this and looking for you to pay that, they want their coin, don't they? My apartment complex set up and told us in a letter, okay, oh yeah, we understand this. Now they sit up there, they're trying to, they got a security guard at the gate and carrying on. They monitoring us and who coming in and who going and things. They're asking folks about who, about how many people you got in your house and all that bullshit. That ain't your motherfucking job. Then I blocked off the second gate. They blocked off the second gate to where we can't go out freely. It's one way in and one way out, as they're trying to monitor this, talking about something, oh, but this is the COVID-19 shit. No, that's bullshit. What that is you trying to have control over us. Okay? And trying to, and acting as if folks do not have their own mind frame. However, having said that, let me segue into this, because this is going to prove these folks right. This motherfucking city, and many others have opened up. Yesterday, Monday, the malls and stuff open. Here in Atlanta, and I want y'all to hear me. How is it that the day that the malls open, the Michael Jordan shoes go on motherfucking sale? How does that work? Okay? How does that work? See that, and did y'all see the lines? I know it because it made national news. But how all these motherfuckers are standing out at the goddamn Greenbrier Mall and all this old bullshit in numbers and droves to get a motherfucking pair of goddamn shoes. Why? Because they got their damn stimulus checks and rushed out to go get a $200, $300 pair of goddamn shoes that they can't go nowhere in because everything's closed, right? Or at least supposed to be closed. All the clubs, you can't go flossing at the clubs because the clubs are still closed. You gonna wear them damn Jordans to the beach and get the sand in them? Or are you gonna stand around like they did at El Zocalo's over the weekend and wanted to sit down and party and this, that, and the other? You ain't got no mask on. You ain't got nothing on. And they say social distancing. And yet you have nothing there. You have nothing there. Nothing. Everybody went to go and went to act as if everything went back to normal. Now, the reason why this is bothering me is because that particular kind of activity puts me at risk. I'm asthmatic. Okay? I am supposedly, according to the government standards here in Georgia, I'm still on shelter in place until June 12th because I'm medically compromised. See, our shelter in place was lifted on, what was it? Was it April 30th or May 1st? One of the two. Okay. I'm still shelter in place. Okay. Supposedly. Okay. But yet, all these old crazy ass motherfuckers want to run up out of here, and they want to run. They're not doing what they're supposed to do as far as making sure they adhere to what the guidelines are. And then these same children want to sit down, bitch, moan, and complain. See, now, I'm having a real hard time with all of this because in the interim of all this, see, you want to reach out, go out and carry on. How many of these motherfuckers are actually working or went back to work? See, that's what my problem is. Because if y'all want to race to the parks and race out here to make sure everything is all functioning and carrying on, this particular money that you say you got as the stimulus package, I don't want to hear about you. You got problems at home. You need to sit down there and do what you're supposed to do with your bills. Now, I don't want to get into your checkbook and everything. I don't want to get into your purse and tell you how to do your money. The whole thing of it is, what I'm saying is that they gave us something and we have not taken advantage of it. Okay? Or at least the appearance of it is we haven't taken advantage of it, and that we have just played into something that they know people who don't have, usually people who ain't got no money. $1,200 in one lump sum is a lot of money to some people, especially if they never seen it in a lump sum like that. Okay, so those who they got and they carried on, listen. All of us are in the same boat as far as wondering where the rent coming from, wondering how you going to pay your bills. And then, of course, if you're one of those children who live paycheck to paycheck, you get tired of always paying motherfucking bills. You get tired of always looking out, and every time you get some money, it done went someplace that you always broke. So you done got a little coin, and you say, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to do something for myself. I get that wholeheartedly. I understand that immediately. I get it. At the same time, we're dealing with something here that is way beyond our control. It is beyond our control, and a lot of us have taken it to the mindset of, fuck that shit, if it happens, it happens. Okay? Now, I am on the side of, yes, coronavirus is here. Yes, people are dying from it. But I say that we need to sit down and look at those who have survived. We got more people that's living with this thing and have overcome it than we have folks dying. At the same time of saying that, we cannot think that folks are not dying because folks don't have no symptoms anymore. See, this thing here it doesn't have symptoms. Okay, readily. Well, wait a minute. Let me rephrase that. It has symptoms. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people are realizing that they have it and don't have symptoms. See, we're so busy looking to see who got it and carrying on and things of that nature to where we're not paying attention to what they're saying. Folks are not having fucking symptoms. So if you're not having symptoms, and yet we sitting up here, we done got into this thing now. Anytime somebody cough or sneeze or rub their eyes or whatever, we looking at them funny. Okay, we ready to spray them down and carry on, child. If somebody cough, you ready to grab your hand sanitizer, wipe your own hands and things, because we have gotten paranoid. Okay, so if we're there to be that fucking paranoid, how is it that you're not doing what you're supposed to do when you're out and about? What in that says that it was okay to go to a fucking park? These folks are out here at Piedmont Park having fucking picnics. They playing frisbee. They trying to sit down there and play ball and shit again. And I understand you want to get back to life, baby, but this ain't the time. And the sad thing is, here's where the resistance is. It becomes a fight because, baby, we've been 80 fucking degrees down here. 80 degrees, beautiful, gorgeous days. But yet, we're in this state that we can't enjoy it the way that we need to or would like to because of the pandemic. And folks have decided that fuck all that shit, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And then like I said, a friend of mine was like, well, why are you mad? I'm not necessarily mad at them. I'm mad at the process of it. And that these folks are not thinking about nobody else but themselves. I've heard people on the news sit down there and say they've gone to the beaches. Florida done opened up the beaches and shit. A bitch sit up there talking about something. Well, no, we should be able to go to the beach because it's miles and miles and stuff. And we could socially distance on the beach because you can stay 6 feet away from each other at the beach. Bitch, but that's not what you're doing. Because you coming in packs. You coming in packs to meet your friends and carry on. You're not the family that came from the same house to go to the beach to say, okay, we're going to socially distance. You meeting fucking friends. Okay, y'all going into the pool to throw each other up under the water and shit. That's not what you're doing. That is not what this is. And how come we can't comprehend that? It's beyond me. Okay? It's beyond me. It's almost as if we're saying, oh yeah, I get it, comma, but. We got that little comma in there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm having a problem with that. Okay, I'm having a problem with that. I see y'all coming up in here. Jojo, what you say? I heard through the grapevine that we're going to get another stimulus check again. No, well, honey, right now that was a bill. They're proposing that, you know, for some workers and carrying on, that another stimulus check come, because what the proposal is that they're saying that folks should get an extra $2,000 a month for 6 months. $2,000 a month for 6 months. Okay? That's what the proposal is, but none of that has been passed or whatever. It's just a thought. Okay? However, let me go here, because see, here's another reason why I can get upset and why this bothers me. Because we have two different instances where we got one where it resulted in death. We have another one where it resulted in police brutality. Okay? Let's start with the death thing first. And I'm gonna come back and say hi to y'all in a minute. Okay? Up in Michigan, my home state, okay? And this is in Flint, where they already got problems. At the Family Dollar, the security guard told the woman she had her daughter with her. The daughter didn't have a mask. He told her that she couldn't come in the store without the mask, or however that conversation is. It became an altercation, okay? Of course, she gonna neck roll or this, that, and other, because it was a black woman. And I'm saying that like that because I know in confrontations, we always get the neck rolling and shit when we disagree with somebody. I get that. Well, what did she do? She got on the phone, called her husband. Her husband and her son come up there to the store. Now they done had a bigger altercation because the husband felt as though the security officer disrespected his wife. Okay? So, you know, that's a man thing there. So now they're going back and forth as men. The son ends up pulling out his gun, popping this guy in the back of his head, and kills him. Over what? A motherfucking mask. What? A mask. See, this is ridiculous. I don't like wearing them motherfuckers. Okay, I don't. I don't like feeling as though I'm talking through them I'm muffled. Sometimes I feel as though I'm suffocating, and then I done created my own because I take a do-rag and tie the do-rag around so it's all there and things of that nature. You look like, I did that on purpose. Every time y'all see me post a picture of me in the do-rag and my sunglasses, I do that on purpose. Because if I do that and put a cap over my head or a hoodie, okay, and I'm wearing gloves, y'all heard me say this before. If somebody wanted to go rob a bank, rob somebody, this, that, and the other, what you gonna do? Because I got on gloves, you ain't gonna leave no motherfucking fingerprints nowhere. You can't describe because what you gonna say? Oh, he had on glasses and a mask. Okay. So now we got a number of stores that are now saying that you must have a mask on to come in these stores. Sunday, I went out Sunday, I had to go do some running, and one of my sons and I decided to go to this particular store because they said the store was closing. So we said, well, here, let's go there when they first open. That way, won't nobody be there. We could get in and out and call it grace. Well, apparently everybody else had the same goddamn idea, right? So, not knowing where the store was, I did not know this store was in a fucking mall because I had never been there. So now I got a little nervous and I'm kind of paranoid, but I'm being cool because and then I'm sitting here saying I don't want to come across as hypocritical because a bitch got in her mouth talking about bitch y'all out here doing this and here I am at the goddamn mall, right? But I'm like, okay, so the store took about 35 minutes to open. It opened up late. So we get up in here. I'm walking around. I'm not seeing anything that I like but a couple of hats. Okay, so I said, okay, whatever. They were supposed to be going out of business, or that store was closing. Not out of business, that store was closing. And I saw a couple of suits that I liked. I said, ooh, okay, I can get a couple of suits because I need some suits, to get ready for a couple things I got coming up. But jackets fit lovingly. The pants were too big and too long. That store is closing. They're not going to do alterations, so never mind, I put everything back. So now I said, well, let me get up out of here because now we got folks coming in, right? And started to be a little bit too much for me. So I said, okay, let me get up out of here. And I'm standing in line. So now the attendant is up there says, oh, we got the social distance. What? We standing in line. He said, oh, you got the social distance. You got the social distance. 6 feet back, 6 feet. I can't take that. That's fucking with my psyche all day. I can't take it. I put them goddamn hats down and I left. I said, no, I can't do this. Okay, I do not like the feeling. I do not like the fact that this is mandated. Okay, they say on the outside, you got to have masks to come in here. All right. And if you don't have a mask, right there at the first little thing, they selling them. They got $2 and $5 masks. They got the $2 ones, the little hospital ones, Then they got the $5 for the it's the KN95 or whatever. It's not the full N95. It's the KN95. Okay, a knockoff. So I'm like, okay, that there is too much for me to handle. Even going into the supermarkets or whatever, they're counting off the number of people that could come in at a time. I went to the damn the Dollar General to go get some cleaning products and things. That we had to stand outside. They were only letting 6 folks in the store at a time. So now you got to stand outside, distance yourself from somebody before you can go in the goddamn store. That's too much for me to handle. That's entirely too much for me to handle. Okay, so fuck it. I'll stay home. I only go out when I have to. Okay, and when I walk to the mailbox, I walk to the mailbox and I come back. Do I wear a mask going to my mailbox? Hell no. Okay, because no, I don't feel all that. Okay, call me crazy, but I'm here in my complex, and then I like to go out at night when ain't nobody else out there. So I walk, come back because the thing is all the way up by the rental office now. So no, I don't deal with all that. Okay. And my psyche just won't let me do that. And because of that, if I feel that way, I can only imagine how everybody else is feeling, which is why we got folks out here at the parks, at the damn malls, after this, after that, without the damn mask on. Okay. And then for those who don't have masks, okay, those who don't have, and now I can make one of my own. I don't have any rubber bands here. So now I got to go buy rubber bands or buy the little scrunchies. I'm a man. Well, I'm male, but I don't have those kind of accoutrements here. Okay. You know, rubber bands and hair scrunchies and ties or whatever to put around my ear. I don't have all that kind of shit here. So now I got to go out to get that kind of equipment or whatever, or materials in order to make the goddamn mask. Ridiculous. Okay? That's too much for me to handle. Okay, that's entirely because it works on my psyche. I don't like how it looks. I don't like how we as a people are, in the name of health, how we have to do that going out. Okay, I don't like how it looks. It just looks like we are survivors of either some kind of third world country that has been that's been ruined in devastations or whatever, and we're in the aftermath of it trying to survive, or we have come out of a war zone or something. I do not like and feel how that is. I don't like it. So yeah, I'll keep my ass at home. Fuck it. I'll stay home. I'll stay home. Okay? So because of that, when we have all of these people out here violating all of these particular standards and things, what do we do in the interim? What do we do? Okay, how do you navigate from it? How do you sit down there and say, oh, well, we should just let that's their business? No, it's not their business only. Because, see, when we're dealing with the health pandemic, it becomes everybody's business. It is everybody's fucking business. Now, the way how we treat it is something different. Okay? You can't go up there and be mad because they don't have no mask on, because do you know the reason why? Perhaps they don't. I know that happened to my sister. My sister went to the store and they didn't have any masks. Okay? Because she said, I was trying to buy some, but we can't find them. All right. She went to the store. The police came in behind her, and because the owner of the store, this is in Detroit, because the owner of the store let her in, they got a ticket for $1,000. I think she said 1,000, was it 2,500? Something. It was an astronomical amount. Okay. An astronomical amount of money. Now, what if they started doing that with everybody else? What if the police start giving everybody tickets and things so that the state can make their money? How about that? So that the state can make their money back for all this money that they sit down and then went out to everybody. Since you done got stimulated. We all have. I got mine too. Okay? What if everybody started giving fucking tickets and things? Because, see, now let me jump to what happened in New York. All right? There's this whole racial thing. Now, I've seen the pictures. Okay? I've seen the pictures, and they're only still shots. And I can see how it looks. Okay? But I did see the video with the police officer going up on the guy. Now they tackled one guy, and that looked real that way. Okay? It looked that way. I don't know what that situation is. It looked harsh. And I still say they used excessive force on the guy that they arrested. But now you got little thick little daddy. He was really cute though. But you got little thick little police officer now, because you wrestling and your adrenaline is up. You want to now sit down there and get on the other dude. What you flexing for? What you flexing for? Try to tell everybody to stay back. Nigga, no, you don't know. If I'm supposed to be at a safe distance. Now, if we're going to social distance, there's 6 feet between each other, and then maybe another 6 feet. So that's 12 feet back. And I can still use my camera to record this, because as a citizen, I can record all of that because you are a public officer. Officers work for us. It ain't the other way. It ain't the other motherfucking way around. They work for us. Now, we have to abide by the law because they have certain powers and authority given to them. But they work for us. So as far as that whole thing, don't be recording this, that's a motherfucking lie. That is a lie. As long as you are in a safe distance and you're not obstructing or befuddling the arrest, and you're not in the way of them arresting somebody, you can record all you want. So now they on the dude, and the guy, I guess that was a friend. They like, well, wait a minute, he ain't did nothing, as most of us always shout out. So now the officer is like, well, what you flexing for? Now, according to the officer, he's claiming that the guy took a posture of wanting to fight. why would you then engage that officer? Because see, you was already up. The guy didn't do nothing. Where you was arresting the guy, that was so far over the way, it had nothing to do with you. You could have easily turned around and went back to doing what the fuck it was you was doing. See, let the other officers who was in the street come up and deal with that. No, this motherfucker, he wanted to advance. So then he grabs the guy, slaps him, knocks him down and carrying on, then put his knee on his motherfucking neck. Then shouting at everybody else, get the fuck back, get the fuck back. Really? All of this is why? They're saying, according to the reports, it is saying that the officers were out arresting folks because they were not practicing or exercising social distancing. Not exercising social distancing. However, at the same time, this is where the race thing come in, because the children who were sunbathing and carrying on and out enjoying a day at the park that didn't have masks, they was out passing out masks at Central Park. They're giving the folks masks. So now, how do you give them masks? Because they're not, compliant with, you got to have face masks. And this is all in New York. And then here you are in what was that? That's in the Bronx. And then because they wasn't social distancing, they get arrested and carried on. But more so, the guy who this particular officer attacked. Okay. Now, according to the reports, that particular officer, he's on desk duty. They had him turn in his gun and his shield, but he's been on restrictive duty pending an investigation. Bullshit. That tape speaks for itself. That tape speaks for itself. I don't give a fuck what kind of posture he took as far as you saying he took on a fighting stance. You didn't have to engage that fight because he was far enough away from the scene of the crime where y'all were arresting that boy to where he had nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Okay? So no, that tape speaks for itself as far as I'm concerned. But here we are in this particular day and time to where because of what the world is now, this particular shit that we're dealing with, we all have to be responsible. And if we're going to sit down there and say, I'm not my brother, I'm not my brother's keeper, I am my brother, then motherfucker, you better understand, if you walking up out of here going to engage in shit where you don't have your mask on, if you're not doing what you need to do to calm down this epidemic or do your part so that until we get the vaccines or whatever we're going to do, then child, it becomes a problem to me. I can't just turn the other way and say, oh, that's their business. Well, child, if they get it, they just get it, honey, and that's going to be on them. No, because it's more than just being on them. Hell, that's going to affect me as well. Hell, it's just with everything else. This virus is airborne. It's not like anything else that's sexually transmitted. This is airborne. I ain't got to fuck you to get this. Okay? I don't have to have an exchange of bodily fluids. This one here, if we cough and it's in the air. Okay, if we sneeze, it's in the air. That's what this is. Okay? That's what this is. And then, here, now let me go back to this Jordan thing, because I swear to you, I'm trying to understand this. I'm really trying to understand this. I'm trying to understand this. I'm really trying to understand this. Particularly because everybody want to praise Michael Jordan so much. And I'm not going to say it's him, the man. It's him, the machine. It's him, the Jordan, well, who makes those? Nikes or whatever, whoever makes the Air Jordans. It's the machine. Okay? How in the fuck do you put the damn shoes on sale the same day that the malls open up? Because they say that they were sold out online. So you couldn't get them online. So everybody go rushing to these goddamn malls to get these fucking shoes. Really? Now here's a thought for you. Here's a thought, and now I'm going to come to these comments. Here's a thought. Do y'all remember all the bullshit that we went through when Black Panther made all this money? Okay? Everybody wants to sit down and talk about, yeah, they just sit down there and got black folks all in. You make a little movie, put all these black folks in, and we got a little black superhero, and now black folks think they something. It done made this little money. What are they doing for the black community? I don't see them bringing any of that money to the black community, and that was such a bunch of bullshit. I was so mad at that motherfucking argument. I was like, y'all bitches, can we just enjoy the movie? Huh? Can we enjoy the success of a movie for once? We had a black director, a majority black cast. We had an all-star cast in that damn thing. And we can't celebrate the fact that we showed them that we can make $1 million mainstream. Tyler Perry showed them that we could do it independently. Now we got a major machine behind it. A major fucking machine. And it made all this money, but all these bitches want to talk about what it does for the black community. But hey, here we go. I'm going to correlate that with these motherfucking Jordans. Listen, did y'all remember the last time the damn Jordans went on sale? Them motherfuckers was down here, lined up around the mall and shit. They had the helicopters and shit. Down here in that was just a few years ago. Again, when the government shut down, remember that? The government shut down and we were in crisis then. But yet everybody ran out and took that little $600 stimulus check to go get a motherfucking pair of shoes. Where is the machine from the Jordan Foundation or that to go into these motherfucking communities, these black communities that carry on, the people who support that shit, that can't afford that shit really, and they're the ones going out here breaking their goddamn necks, fighting and shit in these goddamn lines to get these old funky ass shoes. Huh? Where is that? Where are all of you for that? Huh? Where are y'all for that? Where? Because I don't see no marches. I don't see none of that to talk about, oh, this is what's going on. How do we do that? Huh? Are we here Michael Jordan? And how ironic is it that these damn shoes went on sale the same time he got this new little documentary, this docuseries thing that he doing with behind the scene footage of how he became who he is. And now that we done lost LeBron, I'm sorry. Ooh, not LeBron. Y'all know who I'm saying. Kobe. Now that we done lost Kobe, that's the whole big thing of how he, showing something behind the stuff with he and Kobe, blah, 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 blah. Okay. It's too coincidental to be a coincidence for me. Okay. And yet here we are with this bullshit. We're here. We are here. And nobody's paying attention to none of this. Okay, or at least think that we're supposed to just turn a blind eye to it. See, here's the thing. We all get to make our own choices and decisions and carry on how you're going to govern yourself through this quarantine. Okay? We all make those decisions. At the same time being able to make those decisions, we must learn how to be intelligent and to sit down and understand and understand, overstand, understand how this can affect everybody else. If we gotta wear a fucking mask because you could sneeze and shit, if your sneezing and coughing is able to affect somebody 13 feet and 14 feet away or get into the goddamn cosmos and shit to affect the whole fucking world, what the fuck do you think sitting up there being behind somebody gonna do? I don't like that feeling of going, I went to the post office and I was standing behind somebody, but he felt I was standing too close. So he moves up, right? That shook me. I didn't like that feeling. I did not like that feeling. I didn't say nothing. It's just that I knew it was time for me to go home. Fuck that. Let me take my ass out of here. Because I don't like that goddamn feeling. Okay? Do you hear that? The world that we live in now to where we have that kind of fear? That kind of that's where we are now. That kind of psyche now. It doesn't make sense. Hold on, because I got some more shit coming. Let me come on down here. Greg is up in here. Hey, Big Red is up in here. Twan is up in here. All right. Lavelle says, nobody with the coin or the dollars don't care to help those without all the coin. Hashtag Atlanta Hot Radio. Come on now. Okay. Jojo, hey, delicious darling superstar. How are you, darling? Hello there, darling. Maria is watching. Mr. King, hey, what's going on? Period, says Maria. Okay, right. Hey, King. He said, hey, Meech. Haji is watching. Haji, I know you got something to say. Wayne is watching. Maria, you say, but you got to be responsible too. That's the whole thing, darling. See, it's not like that. The catch-22 is in this is that we have to go out and take care of business. Because as stuff open up, we have to be able to get out and navigate our way through. We can't let fear paralyze us. At the same time, we have to make sure that we maintain some sense of responsibility. And yes, it is a pain in the ass. Y'all done heard me say this. I do not like wearing those goddamn masks. Okay, I don't. I really and truly don't. In fact, I feel like I suffocate most of the time trying to talk. Then you're trying to cough. And see, like I said, I'm asthmatic, so I'm a walking allergy. I'm always coughing and I'm the runny nose boy. So my nose is always running. I always got a little tickle or something in my throat or whatever because of the allergies. And then it's allergy season. It's allergy fucking season. So my eyes are watering. I'm wiping my eyes again, and then y'all looking at me like as if I'm the motherfucking cootie. No, bitch, fuck you. So if that's it, so now my nose is running. I gotta take my mask off, wipe my nose, put my nose back, then hand sanitize because I done wipe my nose. It's too much. It's too much. And so if I got to go through all that, imagine everybody else. Now imagine somebody else who may be dealing with bronchitis, who may be dealing with diabetes, who may be dealing with high blood pressure and hypertension, who may be dealing with weight gain and water retention and carrying on. So now they bloated, they carrying on, they flatulent. Okay, farting every goddamn where and shit. Okay, so what about we got too much? Okay, Mr. King, you said yep. Okay, Jonathan is up in here. Maria said they want us to forget. You know what? They do want us to forget. At the same time, we cannot. See, this is why it's important and imperative for us to understand what is going on. She said, shaking my fucking head, okay? Mr. say, damn, Hello, says Vaughn. Hey, baby, how you doing? Okay, Kay Lorenzo done came up in here. Christopher is up in here. Okay. Who is this? Mo Chapless. Oh, okay. Come on now. Oh, Capless. It's Capless. Vaughn, you said where? Okay, I got to get back to that. Mister, you said same here. I only go out when I have to. Okay. Vaughn, you said I can't do Walmart because that shit is always packed. Hello? Right, it's always packed. Now, how you gonna have social distancing? And this is the thing. How did you socially distance? And you got to go grocery shopping. Some of the stores, they say like, what's the children? Publix. And I think Target's supposed to be trying to do it to where they're doing one-way aisles. You go up one, and that way everybody is going in the same direction, so you don't have that passing of one another. Well, if this bitch in front of me is taking all goddamn day, which is usually me, because I'm trying to... Okay, because you're trying to compare shopping shit. If I'm the bitch in the way, you got to come around me, in order to do. Now, what if I'm in the section that you want? I'm at the peanut butter section. You at peanut butter too. So now you waiting on me to move out the way. Then we got somebody else behind us who's sitting up there looking like, okay, what the hell is going on? It's problematic, child. It's just fucking problematic. And y'all gonna hear me say this until this shit is over. Social distancing is an oxymoron. There's nothing social about distancing yourself from somebody. Nothing social about that. Okay? Roderick is up in here. Hello there, sir, he says. Maria, you said, well, my roommate refuses to stay home, going over friends and dates' house. Okay, I'll be wanting to lay hands. You know what? I understand all that. At the same time, she her own person, or he his own person. And it's like, okay, bitch, do you realize or do you get what's going on? Yes, I will entertain guests over here at my house and carrying on. I've had, my cousin came over tonight, her and her boyfriend. They only stayed for a hot little minute. She bought me some food and carrying on. I've had a couple guys come over and we had a Netflix night or whatever. But shit, hey, I know they coming over. We done sat down and sanitized and carried on and this and the other. I know what to expect and things of that nature, and that's what it is. At the same time, because we need adult supervision, The rule is do not gather with more than 3 people. They said 10. That's outside, but when they really wanted to win no more than 3, but they done try to exercise it to 10 again. So it's just me and one other person, and we watching television. Okay, and carrying on. So okay, because you need adult contact and things of that nature to get into the world. But at the same time, you have to sit down there and make sure you're responsible about it. Roger said, that's so true. Maria said, yep. Diversified Wheel, hey baby, what's going on? Charles is here. Joe Nathan, hey, Joe Nathan is here. Okay, y'all laughing at me. Roderick said, yes, sir. Paul is up in here. He said, cute. Okay. Satchel Grease. Hello there, darling. How are you? Okay. Lupaka's here. Maria said, I feel that. 100. Okay, I feel you. Okay, I'm glad you feel that. Erica's up in here. Roderick, you said what? Speaking. Thank you, baby. I hope so. I hope I'm making sense to you. Maria said, yes, yes, yes. Okay, Christopher said, I miss you too, sweetie. Okay, Edna's up in here. Maria said, yes, 100. Selena, hey, baby. You know what? Detroit, that's my sister in Detroit. Girl, I know y'all going through it as far as Michigan is concerned and carrying on because of all the shit. See, let me tell y'all something. Let me go back to Michigan because here's something else that we need to consider as far as what's going on in this world today because of the protesting. I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it like this. There is no fucking way that a protest these days are supposed to have anything that has a Confederate flag. You understand me? Anything or anybody who wants to protest anything and you using a motherfucking Confederate flag, bitch, I consider you to be an enemy of the motherfucking state and of the country because there is no Confederacy anymore. The Confederacy lost that motherfucking war and the Confederacy is dead. You understand me? The Confederacy is dead. So anytime you get these children who want to sit down and protest with the Confederate flag, trying to talk about they want to overthrow the government, that is a revolt. Because the Confederacy is dead. You can sit down there and have that flag all you want to. You can sit down there and make reverence to it. You can talk about the history of it. That's fine. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with it. But those flags have no place on a state or a federal building because there is no Confederacy. You lost the motherfucking war. You lost. So they're in Michigan with those bitches who are sitting up there fighting and protesting with those damn Confederate flags and those swastikas. Yeah. And I'm going to say it, all those white folks that's doing it because you done made it racial when you did that shit. You done made it racial. You made it religious. You made it just absolute full of hatred. Then it got nothing to do with the American system. Has nothing to do with the American way. It has nothing to do with you saying that I'm protesting and I'm fighting for the Constitution. Has nothing to do with that if you're using those symbols to represent it. Because those symbols don't represent America. They do not. So all of you motherfuckers up in there who feel as though that's your constitutional right, fuck you because you're part of the militia. You are part of the revolt and you need to be taken down. Now that's just my personal feeling on it. I don't give a fuck who disagree. You need to be taken down because had that been anybody who said they were part of the Black Panther Party doing that shit, coming out there with guns and carrying on. If we had came out there with the African flag, the red, black, and green flag, bitch, y'all have swore that we sat there trying to fight for reparations and it was an uproar and it would have been bloodshed. It would have been bloodshed. No qualms about it. And if it wouldn't have been bloodshed, it definitely would have been violence because y'all have sat down there to make sure that y'all had to take down the children. Y'all have fought. Y'all have backflipped. It would have been all kinds of shit. Knees on throats and all that kind of shit. No, honey. No, I want you to understand me well. That there was a protest against the government and it was a revolt. Anytime you using the Confederate flag and them damn swastikas, you are an enemy of this country. Point blank. Exclamation point. I said it and I meant it. I meant it. Let me go back to these goddamn comments. And I got hot. Roderick, you said just wait for this fall for the return and flew together. Exactly. Okay. Georgia was watching. Reggie came up in here. Michael is watching. Christopher, you say, well, it's a shame Georgia opened up and governor said if you get sick, we have a hospital bed for you. So that means they don't care how many people die, and it's a shame. Wait a minute, honey. Hold on. Okay, let's piggyback on that comment because you heard the mayor of Las Vegas sit up there and said that she said I was open to be a test, to be test subjects. And even everybody is saying, oh, well, hell, folks are going to die anyway. That came out their mouth. Folks are going to die anyway. The current administration just said that just a few moments ago on Nightline. David Muir just interviewed him. He said, well, folks are going to die from the other stuff, from drugs and yeah. And it's tragic. It's a shame, but we got to get this economy back. Really? Really? Mikey said Walmart has that too. Yeah, okay. Roderick, you say what? Hi there. It's physically distanced, not socially, because we are social people. You know what? I'll give you that, Roderick. I would prefer that than to say socially distant. I would prefer that. Physically distant, that sounds so much better. Doesn't it sound better? And then there is no mixing that up. It says exactly what it is. Physically distance yourself from, that's exactly what it is. Thank you for that, because that's exactly what it is. Okay, Gregory is up in here. Al is up in here. Hey, Eric, he's waving at me again. Raymond came up in here. Yes, hello. Yes, says everybody. Okay, correct, sir, says Roderick. Sean is watching. Abina came up in here. Hey, girl. Monty is watching. Hey, have you been getting my text messages, sir? And things. I've been blowing you up on Messenger. Ha! Okay, give you a little something. Okay, to think about. Eric, you say, well, Confederate flags and assault rifles. Say that. Yes, they bitch asses came out there with the damn assault rifles, AK-47, all the military style rifles and shit that y'all say you want to protect. See, here's where that Second Amendment shit come into play at, okay? Because everybody got the right to bear arms, but now they're protesting, see? They were protesting the government, okay? In a way where they want to overthrow it, because that's what they're trying to say in Michigan. We don't want to do what the governor said. Fuck that. Overturn it, because we say we don't want to abide by that. And we're in the middle of a health crisis. Now, let me say this to give them just a smidgen of credit. Just a smidgen. Okay? Because one of my sons is going through this. And that there is, Michigan is having a hard time getting assistance. Okay? A lot of folks are having a hard time with their unemployment. My son is one of them. Y'all heard in the earlier parts of all this, the current administration didn't even want to call the governor back. He didn't want to call Gretchen back. He said that he felt as though she wasn't nice enough to him, or whatever, because she challenged him. It was Michigan, and I think, who was it? Was it Michigan and Florida? It was, or was it Washington? No, I forget the other governor. But it were two governors. He said he just couldn't stand at all, and he didn't want to call them back. He said if they call, I don't have to answer the phone. Now that came out of his mouth on the news. That came out of his motherfucking mouth. So now those in Michigan, they're trying to get, and then now it's a fight for survival. Okay? Because if I can't get the unemployment, my business can't get the money that you say the businesses are supposed to get. But yet you still want to collect on the rent. You still want to collect on the mortgage. You still want to collect on the lights. You still want to collect on the gas. You still want to collect on the phones. I can't pay my bills. I can't survive. Then you telling me if I get sick, I can't go to the doctor readily, because now, bitches, you telling me I got to give y'all a phone call and tell y'all my symptoms before you could say yes or no, I could go to the doctor. That doesn't make sense. So, of course, we can understand the frustration. So I don't want y'all to hear me wrong and not saying that we don't understand what the frustration is. Because everybody get there. When you're tired of it, don't know what the hell to do, and all of the resources and stuff, they tell you to go here, and then when you get there, okay, they tell you, oh no, you at the wrong spot. You done sat up there, waited 3 or 4 hours in the motherfucking line, and you could have took that time and went to the other damn place. See, no. When you get frustrated, you get frustrated. So we understand what that frustration is. At the same time, let's talk about some of the arguments that they're giving around that frustration. These bitches talking about something, I need my hair cut. I need to go out here and get my this. You ain't saying nothing about no motherfucking business. You ain't saying nothing about no job. Y'all talking about their social activities and shit. That's what the lead arguments have been. And I'm saying that because every time when you see it on the news, that's what they kept talking about. Those have been the lead arguments. Oh, we got to get back to work because I got to take care of my family and I need to get out and, oh, I want to go get my hair cut and things and, you know. Okay. But you want to use Confederate flags and shit and swastikas. Bitch, you an enemy of the motherfucking country. That's treasonous. And that's another thing I'm going to say. That motherfucking there is treasonous. Anytime that you use the Confederate flag and the swastika to sit down there to lead your revolt or your protest or whatever, that is treason. And you need to be dealt with accordingly. Now, back in the day, treason was imprisonment, and then depending on who you were, it was death. Now, I'm not saying they should kill you, but they should deal with you appropriately. Because if you're going to sit down there and try to overthrow this government like that, And here's the thing, and I'm going to say this to black folks, because see, here's something that we need to, perhaps we need to take a page out of that book, but do it smartly. See, y'all talking about reparations and racism and carrying on. Perhaps if we learn how to mobilize and do more than just marching, we need to put our political dollars behind everything. See, the problem, the reason why we as blacks can't get ahead is because we do not invest in the right shit. We have to have political and economic power in order to be heard. We just can't go up there on feelings and emotions because they know that already. And what do? They give you just enough to sit down there and shut your mouth up, honey. Then they gave you $1,200, and everybody who smoked down the sit up there took $500 of it and went to go get to your weed man and shit. And you done re-up that. You got your goddamn vaping pens. You got all your oils and shit, didn't you? Okay. How many of y'all flew out there to go to the pizza place and get your goddamn party pizza and all your chicken and shit? Because now we got a little bit of money, honey. We gonna sit up there and we gonna live it up. We getting lit. Yeah, they know how to keep your motherfucking ass quiet. Until the money gone, and then you're gonna be bitching again. But here, hell, then they gave you what you wanted for the most part. Now you're gonna sit up here waiting again. Okay. Okay. Preach, says Abina. Okay, Kevin is up in here. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Jerusia? Is that how you pronounce that? I'm sorry if I'm tearing that up. But you said Jerusia Tanya. I like that first name. I want to pronounce that right. So give me the correct pronunciation of that. You said that, honey. Thank you, baby. Melvin King. Hey, how are you? You've been on my mind, sir. You have been on my mind. Roger, you said, I know, I gagged. Okay. Ha! When the Vegas mayor spoke, I gagged. Child, I did too. Child, I howled. When that bitch said that, and then Anderson was being a real queen because he lit into her ass very professionally. But I was like, okay, I can't stand the term the new norm. There's nothing normal about their version of a new norm. Who really wants to live this way for the next 2 years? I know that's right. Eric, say that. Say that. I know that's motherfucking gospel right there. Hashtag truth goes where? Right there. Right motherfucking there. Okay? Simon is up in here. Simon, you said Trump got to fucking go. That's the point blank. He's a poor ass leader and he's got to go. And if you know that, honey, then that means we got to do everything that we need to do to get him up out of there. The sad thing is that he's got The leaders, he's got enough followers to where if we don't mobilize and really get together and stick behind something that we know, then it's not going to work. Because what happens is a lot of the current administration supporters are one issue people. Okay? They one issue. So if I believe in the Second Amendment and he believes in the Second Amendment, then, and as long as he talking my language, he got my vote. And then so you got that group. Then you got this group over here that hate gays. You got this group over here that hate transgender and blacks. You got this group over here that really don't want women to have no kind of power, whatever. They think men ought to rule the world and carrying on. You got this group over here that says that gays in the military don't make no motherfucking sense and they need to, no, this is the true blue American. Fuck that shit. So as long as he say that, you got that. And what do? They come together. And that's the power. Okay, that's the power. And so that's what will put him in there. But we'll see what we end up doing. Those of us who say we don't want him in there, we want to sit down here and nitpick the fine points. See, we want to sit down here and now we want exact interpretation. We want this to mean this, and this. I mean, hell, take the LGBT community. Now, goddamn it, we want to sit down there and make sure that every damn letter is represented. Bitch, we ain't got time for all that. You work that out on your own shit. Right now, the issues are here. This is the main thing right here. Okay? Now, for those of you who are Trump supporters on this line, I need for you to explain to me why you do. Why do you support him? And make it intelligent. Okay? If it's something that I could get behind and say, ooh, I see your point, then we'll go rock with it. Because right now, I don't hear it. What I do hear is folks sitting up there. One person, Deborah, are you on here? Deborah is the one person, she's a black woman, who has said something that made me say, you know what, I could get behind that. Because she says, he is the only person, now I don't agree with him, but he is making it possible for us to at least see what it's about. She said, I'm willing to rock with that because everything else has not done me no good. So if I can see how I can get in this, why not take a chance on that to see where that train is going to go? Because I've been on this train and it took me nowhere. And when she said that, I said, you know what? I could get with that. Now that's something I could get behind. You know, not that I necessarily agree, but I could get with that. I'm like, you know what? We'll rock with it. You know, I can rock with that. But everybody else, it's just been some motherfucking bullshit. Where he's looking out for black folks. Where? Show me. Show me where. And every time I hear that, it's because of those of you who are business owners. Okay, those of you who are business owners, you show me how your business has so much improved to where you got a profit, to where you've hired, and to where you've actually grown as a business. Okay, because if you stabilized, then okay, you were going to do that anyway. As a business person, you were going to do that anyway. So show me your Russia. Okay. Your Russia. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. That's hot, girl. I like that name. Did you choose that name or were you born with that name? Because that's a hot name. Anyway, let me get, okay. Your Russia. I like that. Those of you who have been maintaining and you have stabilized, you got your taxes in order and things. He done showed y'all a couple of tricks that he did because he don't pay them damn taxes. He ain't paid no motherfucking taxes in 20 years. He told us that in 2016. I ain't paid taxes in 20 years. And I know every business person was like, what the fuck was that? Okay, how in the hell did you do that? And so if he showed y'all how to do that, then okay, fine. All right. So at this particular point, if you ain't done your part to help this country move or whatever, then what the fuck are we talking about? Because the same black businesses, okay, a number of you still do not hire in the community. Y'all don't have no job placement programs. Y'all don't even have no job training programs. How about that? What about apprenticeships? Now that's something that we were big on as black folks, apprenticeships and carrying on. I have not seen or heard any of that. Okay. How about it? Okay, internships. How about that one? That's a word that goes around all the time. Internships. Don't hear that. Okay, but y'all say this man has done so much for black folks and Obama didn't do shit. Okay, what do we take to Obama? And I get so tired of talking about Obama right about now because this man been in office for the last almost 4 years. And y'all still want to sit up here and throw shit down his throat. He don't give a fuck about this shit no more. He did his 8 years and called it grace. Okay, and called it grace. And y'all sat down there. What y'all forgot was that you did not give him the help. And for those of you who say he didn't do nothing for black folks, what did we do to give him a helping hand outside of bitch moan and complain and look for a brother hookup? We didn't come together. We didn't take no plan of action. We criticized him when what we thought was, oh, he should have done that. When he went to the NAACP, he could have mobilized there. What did we take to him to say, listen, let's sit down and talk about this? What was it specifically that we needed? One of the biggest things that I know specifically for blacks, and I say this all the time, is that, yes, we need to understand about business credit. Because whatever those taxes are, I'm not seeing this written, I hear this all the time, and y'all hear me say this a lot, about new Americans who come over, and they could get businesses, and they get a furlough on taxes. They get a 7-year thing on their taxes. Well, we all know that at year 6 or 6.5, Akbar sells his shit to Muhammad. Okay, Muhammad come in as the new business owner, and then they start that damn 7-year thing all over again. See? So in that, they don't pay no goddamn taxes. You're talking about 14, 21 years before some taxes get end up paid, if at all. Okay, but then blacks in business, and I've heard this all the time for black folks in business, we got to pay the taxes. Our tax bracket is so this, and this. So how come we did not lay that out? You're talking about mortgages and stuff and loans for businesses. Those are specific to the black community so that we can flourish and have our own. That's some of the stuff we should have laid out. I've not heard that. Now, there's no active plan. I've heard it in pieces, and I've heard the power to the people children always say that. But where was it written down to say, this is the agenda? This is what we need. We've not done that. Okay? Eric, you say what? $1,200 doesn't no way equal out to all of the lives lost across the country. And then you get on Orange Ass on TV and never truly offers condolences or true respect for the American lives. Wait a minute. For the American lives lost, or all of those essential workers who's lost their lives, tended to all those in hospitals across this country with COVID-19. His ass gotta go. We have to come together and vote his ass out. Trump doesn't care about blacks, Hispanics, women. Do we need to go on? Okay, Okay, King said, yep. Okay, okay. Emmanuel done came up in here. I totally agree with all of that. I totally agree. I totally agree with all of that. So the question becomes, what is it that we need to do in order to move forward, children? Because see, right now, we are in something that we have never seen it in this particular lifestyle in this particular time. And the reason I like the comparison to AIDS, but this is a little bit different, because see, AIDS was sexually transmitted. And I say this all the time because see, when y'all thought it was just a gay thing and carrying on, everybody was quick to say, oh, well, hell, that ain't got nothing to do with me because I'm not gay. But then when we found out that it was sexually transmitted, everybody fucks. I don't care what it is, everybody fucks. And so then you got nervous because now you didn't sit down there and put your health in, you didn't think about your health. And now that we got the drugs out here that's doing this and doing that, now all of a sudden y'all think that we got the miracle cure. And now that we got PrEP on the line, okay, now that's I can't get HIV, so you think. Okay, so now you think you're going to take this magical pill and now y'all done got fucking buck wild all over again. Okay, all the fuck over again. Because now we got something out here that's going to take care of this. And even still, even if I get it, there's medicines out there that where I'm not going to die. Okay, so we got that under control. So now, here we are with something that is airborne, bitch. airborne. Okay? Now, I stress it like that, but then I don't want to be so stressful because it done made us panicky. Y'all sitting up here, my girlfriend Valerie out in California, that child, when she sat up there and told me her regimen, she don't go to the stores, honey. She have all of her groceries delivered, but she has a table and shit outside, and she takes Ziploc bags. She said, I discard all of those packages. I put everything in Ziploc bags, and those that are canned goods and everything that can be washed, I sanitize everything. She bleach waters the fuck out of all of her cans and boxes and things that can be washed before she brings it in the house. Now she does take care of her elderly mother. And so because of that, that's one of the reasons why I get it and I understand. But at the same time, because she goes through so much to do it, child, I'm like, girl, that's ridiculous. She said it takes her about 2 hours in order to get her groceries. Okay. But that's where we are. Okay. That's where we are. Emmanuel that came up in here, Mr. King, you say what? All we wanted was handouts from Obama, and that's sad. Now, Trump gave us a handout with the stimulus check, and these niggas want to praise Trump. What the fuck, man? Ha! Come on now, King. Okay, remember you say what? Trump cares about money and power. I don't think race really matters. Now, you know what? I'm right there. Let's go right there, because I've always said, as a businessman, that's all that it is. That's all that it is. Because the color that makes the most sense are red, black, and green. And I don't mean it in African terms. Okay. Red means debt. Green is money. Black means that everything it averages out and balances. Those are the three colors, honey, that mean the most in this country. Black is everything being in the black means that all of the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, everything is down to the penny. It matters. Okay? Everything checks out. If we got red, that means we got debt. Okay? We got debt. That means that's money going out that ain't coming in. And of course, green is for the money. How much money we got? Okay? That's the only thing that matters. This current administration, child, he has always been mergers and acquisitions. Either we gonna merge and come together to do this thing, or fuck you and I'm gonna take it over. And then you're gonna end up doing it anyway. But if I take it over, I'm gonna kick you out and you ain't got shit to do with it. I'm gonna leave you struggling. Okay? Mergers and acquisitions, that there is what business is. And if you're not strong enough to handle it, honey, you will get ate up. Because it's all about numbers and coin and power. Who has the power to do what? That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Okay, now I'm trying to find the information, because they're saying that the hotels that are down the street from the White House that he owns, that I know back in March they were saying that anything that's Trump owned, they were automatically denied stimulus. Okay? However, that was March 27th, but then on April 10th, they're saying that Trump, the corporation, is asking Trump, the administration, for a buyout for the loans and things. So he's able to, where his sons and stuff are running the companies, since they are a business, they're able to get fucking stimulus money. Now, whether or not they got it, I don't know. I'm told that they did, but I'm trying to find that. If anybody can find those articles, send them to me, because I want to put that up on Facebook. But right now, they're saying that the companies just asked for them. Okay, I'm told that I think they say his son-in-law also got 800,000 or something like that, and he's supposed to be getting like a million or something like that. Okay, but nonetheless, his companies are up to get the stimulus. So see, this is all this particular presidency has always been a conflict of interest because he is a businessman. How is it that you're the president and we don't have no motherfucking insider trading against you because you already got companies that deal with some of our foreign entities and things? You already got relationships with some of these folks in another capacity. Now you coming up in here as the powerful man in the free world? You are the most powerful man with all these businesses. And you could sit down here and get treaties and embargoes and stuff and just hold over a business deal over somebody's head? What? That doesn't make sense. But this is what you said you wanted. This is what you said you wanted in office. For those who voted for him. And I'm saying this because, and I still say, see, it's the Electoral College that got him in there because Hillary won the popular vote. The Electoral College got him in there because they said we didn't know what we were talking about. Okay? That's what this is. Okay, how do we let that happen? Or did we let that happen? Or why does it still go on? This man still ain't showed us his goddamn taxes. You know, you're supposed to do that before you run. Before we get on the campaign trail or whatever, your taxes and everything's supposed to be done to show that you're not, that you haven't cheated the country out of anything, to show that you're up and up. But he set up and told us that I haven't paid taxes in 20 years. He told us that. And look where he is. Okay. Melvin, you say exactly. Eric, you say, and Trump is losing money. That's why he's pushing to restart the economy. And he's willing to kill in the process. How about that? He's been bankrupt before. Trump has filed for bankruptcy 7 different times, child, and got a reboot and a restart or whatever. So he knows exactly what that is. He knows exactly what that reboot is, and restart is, and to wipe out credit and things and start your credit line all over again. Yes, he's a whiz at that. He's a whiz at that. He did it 7 different times. Okay? So now you talking about trying to jumpstart an economy? Really? Really? So now, again, what are we going to do, folks? What are we going to do? And how are we going to navigate ourselves through this? Because we still got to vote. How many of y'all did your absentee ballots? Okay? For those of you in Georgia, did you do an absentee ballot? I didn't. And the reason why is because I'm going to go vote. I want to go to the poll. And I want to vote. I don't trust those absentee ballots. We've had too many times where they had thrown away ballots. The ballots didn't get counted. No, I'm going down there and I'm going to put my vote in because you're going to look at my face. If I got to wear gloves, if I got to go up in there all, wrapped around and secured or whatever, you are going to see me put my vote in. Yes, you are. Oh, most definitely. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I don't trust them damn absentee ballots. Okay? Not right now. Not today. Especially down here here in Georgia. Because this child here was running for governor and you were still Secretary of State. Didn't step down or nothing. You were still Secretary of State. So, and y'all responsible for counting the damn vote. Of course you won. Of course you won. If you counting the goddamn votes. Melvin, you say, well, Trump hasn't been a president. He's been a businessman. Trump has been consistent about Trump. Why are we surprised? You know what? That part right there. Come on, Mr. King, Pastor, Reverend, the right Reverend. Okay, right there. Right there. Right there. But the question is, are we absolutely surprised? Or are we sitting up here going through it because we didn't think it was going to be done? So I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you like I know. Most folks sit up there, you know what this is. You just didn't think it was going to happen to you. It's just like when they say, you know what a snake is. You knew what the snake was before you got the damn snake. When it bite your ass, when it bite your motherfucking ass, you knew it was a snake. Okay? You knew it was a snake. Snakes do what? They lash out, they bite, they rattle, okay? unless it was a garter snake. And now garter snake depends on the kind of snake. Did we do your? I said you have to do your research now, don't you? Okay, you have to do your research, don't you? Understand what kind of snake you got. Okay, because it may not bite, honey. It may be a boa constrictor that squeeze the shit out your ass. Now, won't it? All your pennies and all your coin. Okay? So that's what we have to look at, children. That's what we have to really and truly look at. You understand? See, no, why do I get upset? Or why am I mad? Because we're not looking at the totality of all of this. Everybody, I realize that we're living in a very selfish world. We live in a selfish world. It is very microwave. Everybody wants shit right now. You want everything right now. Nobody wants to sit down there and take the time. Nobody wants to nobody wants to invest. Even when you start in businesses, everybody thinks you're supposed to make money right away. I know when I was in junior high school, we were told that it takes a business about 7 years before it actually starts to clear a profit. But everybody going business thinking that you're supposed to make all this money within the first year, the first 2 years. Really? All of that is building and investing back into the business. Everything goes into the business. Everything goes to make it big. Because you got to market it, you got to make sure the product line is right, you got to make sure that you're offsetting this and that for customers. Because in order to keep the customers, you want to make sure that you keep the customers happy without it being a detriment to you. You don't give the store away, but at the same time, you know when folks are struggling in your community. And you know when folks want to come up in there and they want to do the right thing, and so you may cut them a little deal here and there. You know, and everything on the good graces of, I know they will come back, you know, versus you sit up there just kissing everybody's ass and you giving everything away because you in business, and then they just come and use you. Oh, let me get a Lucy. Oh, you know I'm good for it. You know I'm good for it. And y'all know we fabulous for the brother hookup. Okay, fabulous for the brother hookup. We think that everything's we supposed to get the discount all the goddamn time, honey. But you'll take premium dollar over here. How many of y'all know about the black soap powder called True? Yeah. Y'all don't know about that, do you? It's called True. It's owned, manufactured, and made by African Americans. The company, I believe they're here in Georgia. Okay? Now, and I'm saying that to say this, because it's a little pricey, but it works. It works very well. Okay? Deodorizes acutely. Now, I am going to say this. I know it works very well. At the same time, I'm gonna do another assessment on it, because when I went to the laundromat, I used the big washers, and I don't think I put enough in there because it's concentrated, so you only use a quarter cup for the load. But when you're using the great big huge machine, there's 2 and 3 loads. I don't think I put enough in there. My clothes came out clean, but didn't came out as clean as I wanted, because I don't think I used enough for the proportion of the laundry. But it deodorizes fabulously. It cleaned and things. And I said, oh, if I had put enough in here, it would have gotten like I wanted them clean. Didn't have to use no bleach. It was perfect. I'm saying that because that's a black-owned business. Okay? How many of y'all know Melaleuca? Or Amway? Okay, remember Amway and things, and that whitener and stuff that they got? Oh, we swear by that. Nutrisystem, because now, for those of y'all on the vitamin, y'all know Nutrisystem and shit? Yeah. How many of y'all would prefer to go to Nutrisystem before you do True? Because y'all don't know about True. How many of y'all who buy makeup still buy MAC versus Fashion Fair? Huh? Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. There's a couple of places that I'm learning. How many of y'all know that there's a black telephone company? I mean a cell phone company and telecommunications. I learned that by watching Trigger Mike's thing on Netflix. Okay? The company is called Figures. Yes, the N word with an F, okay, and an S. Figures. That's the man's name. That's his real name. Okay, he's a black man, and he has his own cell phone, and he has his own cell phone company, and carrying on. Uh, but uh, uh, nobody has bought into that. Okay, nobody has bought into that. You understand? I just got his headphones. He got the earbuds, and right now you can get them for $30, and the shipping is free. The shipping is free. I'm gonna put it here, but I want to wait a minute while I'm doing it. Let me make sure this is right because I think it's figures.com. Yeah, figures.com. I'm gonna put that down here. Go check it out. Okay. Wait a minute. Where's my? Here it is. Go check it out. Wait a minute. That's supposed to be a dot, not a comma. www dot. Where's my period? Oh shit. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to put this down here, y'all. So if I'm stuttering or whatever, it's because I'm trying to make sure we got this thing put fingers. You know I can't stand autocorrect some damn times. .com. All right. Y'all go check that out. Okay. How do you pin this thing? I need to pin that. There we go. I just found out. Ha! Okay. So go check that out. Here. Ooh. Continue. Wait a minute. I hit the wrong button. I didn't want to hit finish. I'm trying to come up out of here. All right. Let me go back to these comments because I want to make sure everybody gets heard. Okay. Okay. What is this? Mary done came up in here. Hey, Mary. Okay. We're going to talk about this census. Okay. I'm glad you're in here. Zacchaeus said he sung the song. Okay. King, you say LOL. He said, yep, the brother hookup is what fucks you up in business. It always does, because everybody think that, oh, I'm good for it. You know me. You know, I've even said it a couple of times. And the thing of it is, I know that I am good for it. And if you're around me, if you know me and carrying on, especially if I patronize you, you know I'm good for it. But my whole thing is that's not how I'm coming at you all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming at you to do the thing. How many of y'all got insurance and went to your black insurance agent? Because most of the time your black insurance agent is an independent contractor. Like my which I got to redo my insurance. Ooh, wait a minute, because I got renters insurance and I got to redo my claim. My re-up for the next year. But like my insurance agent, she's a black agent in carrying on. I've had her since I moved here. Okay? And she's an independent contractor. So it's like she sells insurance to make sure everybody gets on board. Everybody needs renters insurance in carrying on. At the minimum, you need renters insurance. You know? But what do? Y'all want to sit down there and take the business elsewhere. You don't build your community. Okay? Mr. King, you say, well, you got me over here cracking up, but you spilling real truth and facts. Okay. Ha ha. Mary, okay, he have you reminded your audience to complete the census? It's the only way to get the hookup for funding that rightfully should come to your community. That's right. Now, you know what? Let's talk about that for a second. Pam Burrell. Hey, girl. What's going on with you, baby? Good to see you up in here. She was a guest on the show. She has an awesome book out and things of that nature. Let's talk about this census, y'all, because I'm hearing everybody want to talk about the vote. And we've been talking about the stimulus package and carrying on. Now, y'all do know that somewhere along the line, the government is going to get this money back, right? Y'all know that, right? Y'all do know that taxes are going up somewhere down the line somewhere. You know that, right? If you don't know that, you's a fucking fool. Okay? In the meantime, and in between time, what we have to do is get an accurate count of everybody who's in the country and in this particular, in these United States of America. What the census does, it gives your community the dollars that it needs to be allocated to make sure we get the good schools, the good roads, all of the infrastructure stuff that we need done. We have to be able to get counted so that they give us the coin per person. Okay? And then it's over the next 10 years. So, if you ain't counting, honey, then the money that you're supposed to get, or your portion of the money, don't get into the cut. Okay? So basically, let's look at it like this. I'm going to put it in terms that y'all will understand very well. Y'all know when y'all sitting around, and for those of y'all who smoke, you know what it is when you sitting up there puff passing, and the motherfucker who ain't put a dime on shit is always the one smoking up everything. They always running to your shit first. Okay? Ain't putting nothing on nothing. But they the first ones that got their goddamn hand out. Huh? What about those of y'all who drink? And everybody got 5 on it. But the motherfucker who didn't put nothing on it is the first one to grab the damn bottle and pour a drink. Huh? Well, imagine that, and since as far as census is concerned. Okay? If you're sitting up here and didn't count everybody, then when it comes down to getting stuff done, those services and stuff, those are the ones that always go for the services. They're the ones who need this and need that. And the money that's allocated end up going to them, but they wasn't counted. So so it could have been a bigger pot, but because they wasn't counted, now we got the script straight. We got to take what we get, and then we got to divide this pot in a way that everybody gets a piece. But you didn't put nothing on it. But then you the one that want to keep coming back for seconds and thirds and shit. Acting like you starving and hungry. That's what the census means. Okay, that's how important it is. So I need for all of you, particularly senior citizens, okay, the senior citizens, those who are homeless. You know who the homeless children are. You know who the drug addicts are. Okay, they need to be counted as well. And there's a lot of folks who you may think are throwaways and you don't want to be bothered or whatever the case may be, but we need them to be counted. Okay? Y'all remember in school when they did the 4th Friday count? It's the same thing. 4th Friday, they had to make sure everybody, remember that? They had to make sure you was in school, make sure you in school, because they got to count everybody to make sure we get this money so all the students can get this and all the students can get paper and pencils and books and this and this. And then the sad thing is that after that 4th Friday count, after they counted everybody, by within the next 2 weeks, the ones that didn't want to be bothered with got kicked out. Because they already got the money. Well, I ain't going to say that. It feels like that, though. It does feel like that. That sometimes when they get the coin, that they end up now we done got what we done used you for what we needed you for. It feels like that sometimes, but this is why we have to organize and learn how to utilize our power. We have to utilize our power because the census, you being counted in the census is part of your political power, baby. That's part of your essence of your political power and your economic power, actually. That's part of it. So that way, this is how your vote, since that's part of what this is. It all ties into the same thing. So make sure you get out there and make sure you help with the count. Make sure you vote. 2020 census.gov. 2020census.gov. You can fill it out online and carry it on and be done. It don't take, I did mine online. Some of y'all may have gotten something in the mail. If you got it in the mail and you did it, cool. If you got it and didn't understand what it was or whatever, there was a number that they had on the little package. I threw mine away because I just threw it away thinking, I didn't read it. To be honest, I didn't read it. I knew what it was, but I didn't read it. But I went online, and if you don't have the number that came on the mailing brochure, it's okay. You can bypass that, and you can still fill it out online. Okay, 2020census.gov. Make sure you do that. And here's the important piece. If you have multiple dwellings, you don't fill it out for every house. You fill it out for the one that you get your mail at most. All your business mail, all your utilities and carrying on. You get it there. The one that you sleep in the most. The one that where we got and go where your clothes at. Okay? If your baby mama called or your baby daddy came by for a booty call, where they coming? Okay? Where the kids doing their homework at? Okay? Not the house that you had the car at because you don't want them to come and repo it. Okay. Okay. Oh, Lord. If there's 1,000 people, if it's 100,000 people, but only 1,000 respond, they're only going to fund for the 1,000 that responded. Exactly. Okay. Polo says correct. Mary, black men are the most undercounted population in this country. Really? Now, okay. Y'all heard that? Okay, now listen here. We got to get the black men are the most undercounted population in this country. Melvin says, and the minorities are the ones that don't get anything. How about that? Mary says, you can also respond to the 2020 census at my2020census.gov. Wait a minute, she says, see more. Or call 844-330-2020. 844-330-2020. Or if you are Spanish speaking, you may llame at 844-788. Ha, did I do right? How about that? Okay. You Russian, you laughing and you crying. Okay. Okay, y'all laughing at me, but y'all know I'm telling the truth. Okay, y'all know I'm telling the truth. Okay, can I, wait a minute, let me see if I can pin that. I'm going to pin that one too. Okay. Yeah, I pinned that up there. Okay, I pinned that. Okay. Yeah, let me pin that. Okay. So, yeah. So, black men are the most undercounted population in this country. So, we got to be on it. Now listen. Now, here's a thought. Here is a thought. Because as much as we sitting up there talking about how, the power to the people, children, how black men, we're kings and this and the other, and the black man is so under this, and, it's a fight against black men and white America. Well, if black men are undercounted, let's start there. Okay? Now, y'all can sit down there and talk about all this old bullshit. Oh, well, that's the white man trying to give us money. I don't want to hear all that. If this is the start of reclaiming our kingdom as black men and understanding our crown, let's start there. Let's start there to make sure that every brother that is counted. How about we make ourselves accountable for every black man that we are in if you start in your group, and everybody in your group got an outside group of black men that they reach out to. Let's make sure that they get counted. Okay? Now, for those of you who are going to say, what about the prisoners? I don't know how that works, but I'm sure they got numbers and stuff because those numbers are already broken down in statistics and carrying on. But I don't know how the census work with those particular numbers. But at the same time, I'm sure that they have to do it countywide or whatever because each particular state has its own set of prisons or whatever. So I'm not getting all off into that. But right now, we can't ask those questions, to find out how those brothers in the prisons and stuff get counted and things of that nature. This is how we become accountable for us as a people, children. Okay? If this is important and we're the most undercounted, then this is how we do that. You understand? Let's make that a priority for us. Okay? And we ain't doing nothing at home. For those of you who's still on quarantine or whatever, make a phone call. Make a phone call. For those of you who know senior citizens who are not technologically savvy, make a phone call. You can sit up there, do the application form over the phone. Okay, or over FaceTime or whatever, or over Messenger and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? We can make this happen, children. We can make this happen. Hell, we need to be out there at them goddamn malls and stuff with these fuckers standing out, huh? How about that? Maybe we need to sit down. Maybe we need to sit down here and get out there and say, okay, have you been counted yet? And while we sit up there trying to exercise social distancing, at the mall buying the damn Jordans. Oh, Lord. Mary said they are counted in the group quarter portions. Ah, okay. Okay. I knew there was a way, but, just didn't understand how that worked. But okay, that's cool. That's real cool. So now, let's do that, children. Let's do that, all right? So let's see. I think I've just talked myself out. I'm going to have my cocktail. Y'all know I got my cocktail. I didn't want to drink it over here because I got it way over there. But I done got parched and things of that nature. My air conditioner not working. I need to turn this fan on, and the screen is broken a little bit, so it's going to rattle. And I didn't want to have that all in the background. So I've got to now cool off and things of that nature. But if you love me, tell a friend, honey. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But do know this, one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that I am doing will move forward. So right now, children, I implore you, we're in some real tough and some real shaky waters right now. But one of the things I do know is that sometimes when you're in the storm, sometimes you just have to know that you're going to get wet. Okay? But that doesn't mean that you have to stay wet. You understand? And if you're not in that storm, it don't mean that you have to go out in it. Sometimes it means keep your ass at home. Stop trying to look for an umbrella. You understand? Let's learn how to navigate our way through this and stop being stupid. Stop being senseless. And don't let fear dictate how you should be. Let's be practical about this, honey. If you're not scared to go outside, that don't mean go out there to the goddamn parks and have a fucking picnic. You could have done that in your goddamn backyard if you just need some sunshine. Now, let's be real. It's been beautiful days out here, child. And yes, I would like to go out and do this. And I really want to go sit at the bar and have a cocktail. But I bought my liquor a long time ago. I got liquor here. I can pour me a cocktail, go sit my little ass right outside in front of my house and enjoy some vitamin D, which they say is supposed to cure. Ain't that what they say? Vitamin D kill the shit? Enjoy the vitamin D and have a wonderful day of it. You understand? We have to be smart and sensible about this, children. Smart and sensible in order for this thing to be lit. Because here's the thing. There is no cure. There's no treatment. There's no treatment. Nothing that they have approved outside of the shit that they're already using for the colds and flu. So what? If you were to become positive, they're going to isolate you anyway for 14 days. And now you got to go through, and this. If you're hospitalized, they're going to put you on a ventilator if you cannot breathe. And take that from me, honey, that's not cute. Having a machine breathe for you and carrying on. Got to put tubes and shit down your throat. That ain't cute. That's nowhere near cute. And then you're feeling like you're dead. And you got to sit down there and willpower yourself back. Why would you want to tempt those fates? Look at the pastors and carrying on that done went through all these particular things. You sit up there tempting fate and they tell you to stay your ass at home, but you're going to go to church anyway. And then the man died the next day, the pastor. How about that? Lakeisha Noel, Cody High School in the house. Hey, Keisha, what's up, baby? Happy Cinco de Mayo. Well, it's beyond that now. We're after 12 o'clock, but it's okay. For those of y'all still at the clubs. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh. Wait a minute. Mary said, people in jail are counted. We need to make sure that all black men are counted. Okay, I missed that, but I want to make sure that we say that. Okay. Okay. Darlings. This is what we have to do. I know, trust me, I know we don't like it because I can't stand it. If I'm telling you I don't like it, I can't stand it. That was an old song. That was a house song. I can't stand it. You can't stand it. I can't stand it. Okay? But this is what we got to do for now in order to make sure that we get to the point where we're on the other side of this thing. Keisha, really? I was diagnosed CV-19. I took 28 days. Girl, that's a month. That's a month. Keisha, really? See, that's what we're talking about. And then these fools want to run out here because they got stimulated and want to go get a goddamn shoe. Really? A fucking shoe. Jordans. Y'all want to go out here and picnic. That's what got me. They were at Piedmont Park picnicking. I said, oh, and I understand the need, but we are not there yet. And those who argue, well, when we gonna get there? How come we got to take a chance something? Baby, we ain't there yet. And for those of you who say, oh, I'm covered in the blood and carrying on and Jesus gonna protect me, you got to do your part in that miracle. See? Because remember, the Passover, honey, they didn't get passed over because they just got passed over. They had to what? They had to go kill the lamb or whatever, and then they had to put the blood on the door first. And then they were passed over. See, you've got to do your part in the miracle. If we want this thing to end, or at least be manageable to where it's not the threat that it is, we've got to do our part. You understand? We got to do it. And y'all see, these fools don't know. The information is always always that way. It's changing constantly. It's changing daily. You Russia, what you say? This was definitely not Donut Factory talk tonight. I enjoyed it and very informative. Well, thank you, my precious. I appreciate you for that. You know, as far as the Donut Factory is concerned, I got nailed at the Donut Factory, honey. They did an investigation on me. Yeah, child, because I was doing it at work. And, of course, I knew what I was doing. But at the same time, I needed to stay up. Shit, it was boring and hey. And that was my little shtick, you know, oh, I'm at the Donut Factory, blah, blah, blah. And somebody did not like what I said. And they went to go report it to my boss. And so they felt that I was... because I was in uniform or whatever, that I was now putting the company at risk for liabilities and all that old bullshit. Okay, so yeah, so that's why I had to discontinue doing it there. But then came this, and so hell, I haven't been to work. I've been laid off since March 21st. So, so I've been here. Wait a minute. Keisha, you said, yes, I believe it takes at least 30 days to clear it out of your system. My doctor says it's like having chicken pox, measles, mumps. Your body is building antibodies against it. Wow. Really? Now, that's the first time I've heard that. So that's very good. That's very, very good information. Because I've had chicken pox and I've had measles. Okay, when I was a kid. Wow. I'm gonna repeat that because I want to make sure folks heard that the first time. Yes, I believe it takes at least 30 days to clear it out of your system. My doctor says it's like having chicken pox, measles, and mumps. Your body is building antibodies against it. Damn. So basically, your body will heal itself as long as it's strong enough. Because most of the folks who have, and I say most because there's been a few who have not had any comorbidities or whatever, but most of the folks who have succumbed to it were those who had other things and their immune systems and stuff were already compromised. So trying to build up antibodies to this, it couldn't and fight everything else at the same time. Wow. Now that there is just being a logical mind trying to make sense of this. Not a doctor or anything like that. So that there is that. So the question becomes, what the hell are they going to do with this vaccine? Because they're talking about it takes about a year or so to make a vaccine. Wow. After symptoms are gone, you can still test positive again and be reinfected COVID. See, and that's, well, see, here's the thing. The virus is just like, it's a combination of viruses. The flu and pneumonia and SARS and MRSA are coronaviruses. You know, the flu comes back all the time. I'm flu and pneumonia prone. Okay, as an asthmatic, I am flu and pneumonia prone, honey. Every fucking turn of the season, child, I done caught a damn cold if I'm not careful. Keisha said, I tested negative now. Oh, okay. So your body doesn't, okay. Girl, no. Wow. What was that like for your family? Because that isolation got to be a motherfucker. Because you can't touch, they don't want you around nobody. You know, oh my God. Oh. Live. Okay. I'm trying to get off, but Keisha came in and that was very good. Cause okay, there was a response to Keisha. Mary said, "Happy you are on your way to restoration. Self-care is critical for your renewed health." Okay. Your Russia says, definitely true. I work in the laboratory and we are saving the plasma from COVID-19 patients to be used for research because they do contain antibodies. Oh, see, here we go. Now, oh my God. See, now this is the information right here. This is the information. So I'm concerned because see, here we go with conspiracy theories and carrying on. Because see, the children, you know, with this whole big thing about vaccines and stuff now, and a lot of folks feeling as though, you know, they're using us for experiments and this, that, and the third, and I'm kind of on that a little bit. At the same time, I get it, but here's something that bothers me, because I take a flu shot and I take a pneumonia shot. But I do it because I trust my doctors. That's what they say to do. But here's the part that always rattled my brain. You say that you prepared this vaccine, and the vaccine has non-active flu viruses or whatever the vaccine. It's the shit. It's low doses and it's non-active. But yet I know folks who have gotten, I was one of them, who I've had a flu shot and I end up getting the flu. I had a pneumonia shot and end up getting pneumonia anyway. So the thing of it is, but what I will say is having those particular shots, it didn't last as long. Where I would be down for 2.5 weeks. Maybe I was down for maybe 7 days, maybe 6, you know. So it didn't hit as long. But my question becomes, you claim that these are inactive particles of the virus, but what's to say they're not going to reactivate? And how do you deaden it? See, this is the thing. If you can deaden a virus, then you could activate it as well, right? Okay. So that there's where conspiracy comes into play with all these folks and things of that nature, because I need to understand that particular question. You know, Keisha, you said we are all carriers even though you don't have symptoms. How about that one? We are all carriers. How about that? Getting deep in it. Of course it is. Even though you don't have symptoms, you can still pass it to others. That's this whole thing. So until we get something that's going to treat this sucker, or at least get it to where we are able to manage it. You know, we can manage it. Right now, we can't manage this damn thing because it's too far out there. It's too far out there and nobody knows exactly how to navigate through it yet. So that's what, yeah, man. Okay, and these and the folks that got stir crazy, and now they're ready to put everything at risk. And see, here's the thing. We keep talking about these new numbers. Well, soon as Georgia opened up, that same day they had 1,000 new cases. Well, darling, of course we're going to have new cases because folks are still getting tested. Folks, no, everybody has not been able to get tested because you say there's not enough tests yet. And then here's the other thing. They're saying on the news that, hell, you can't depend on some of the tests because the tests are not FDA approved. Folks just popping up and just doing shit. Really? So y'all, and then especially those where you got to pay for it, they scamming the folks. Scamming the children. Okay? So now, of course we're going to have new cases come up or whatever because folks are still getting tested. Folks who don't know that they had it are finding out that they did or do. See? So now what? We don't have this handled yet in order for us to go back to life as normal, quote unquote. We've got to take these damn precautions. We've got to do better. We've got to do better. And stop acting as if our life is surrounded by going shopping. Yes, I know shopping therapy is fabulous. It is absolutely fantastic. Okay? Yes, it is, darling. Yes, it is. I love me some Amazon and carrying on, but I order a lot online now because I can't go to the stores. And yes, it's taking forever and a day to get here because everything is backed up and this, that, and the third. But we have to be practical about this. We have to be practical and we have to police everybody. We have to police ourselves because just like I said about the New York thing, those cops, they're not doing right. They're not doing right. And then this is something to consider. What if all of the police officers across this country decide to give you a ticket because you are not socially distancing or you are not wearing a face mask? What you gonna do then? It'd be too late to keep your ass at home. Okay? How about that? Keisha, what you say? When you take the flu shot, if you have cold enough, anything you have, wait at least 2 weeks before taking the shots. I worked in medical field for 30 years total. Okay. All right. What's that? Okay. So don't take it right away. You take it after you done got over it. Okay. And then go. Okay. That's cute. That's the first time I heard that. Girl, all this time, that's the first time I heard that. How about that? Okay. Mary, you say flattening the curve is real. I'll be at the house if anybody needs me. Say it, Mary. Say it, Miss Mary. I'll be at the house if anybody needs me. Exactly. Okay? Because we've got to get a hold of this thing. We really got to get a hold of this thing. And whew, Lord have mercy. Okay. Let me do this because I'm starting to get loud and what you say? Keisha, now I drive for D-Dot and trying to tell the dumb passengers to wear their masks. You know what, Keisha? I feel. Oh, wait a minute. You right? Girl, wait a minute. You driving the bus now? We used to be on that damn bus together. Keisha and I went to high school together, y'all. Oh, wow. The driver that was killed, that died rather. Well, we can say killed. Okay, from catching and contracting it. How was the department dealing with all of that? Have you guys? I'm sure a lot of the drivers have gotten a little frightened by that, and he was cute too. He was cute. Oh, I was like, my God, honey, he's absolutely gorgeous. But how are you guys dealing with all that? Because I know down here in Atlanta, right now we're doing the whole free bus thing. I think that's about to expire at the end of this month. Where everybody got to come in through the back door. You can't be up by the driver. Blah 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 blah. They done blocked off some of the things, but a lot of the folks are not getting on the bus. With the mask and things, they coming on like regular. And even with the back and forth stuff about wearing gloves, because a lot of the doctors are saying the gloves are not doing what you think they're doing. In fact, they're saying the gloves can be more harmful because, you know, folks are not thinking that they need a new pair of gloves every time. They think, okay, I got my gloves on, so now they're going around touching everything with the same pair of gloves, that they done got off the bus with, or, just wiped down something with, and things of that nature. Or not even putting hand sanitizer on the glove to try to sanitize the glove. They're not even doing that. They're thinking because they have the glove on that it's cool. And the doctors are saying that ain't cool. So yeah. You said yes, our coworker. Some of us are just now coming back. Really? What terminal are you out of, child? Because what Coolidge used to be like one of the terms. I guess all of my buses used to come out of Coolidge and things of that nature. So yeah, child. So I want to send from Dishing Tea with Big Meech. I just want to send my heartfelt condolences over there. Watching his wife when she did that news report or whatever, that hurt my heart. That hurt my heart, honey, to where she's going through that, and as a mother, as a wife, she lost her husband, the father of her children. That was real tough, and then to know that it happened in such a way, and in such a in such a short amount of time. That's just crazy. It's crazy. And hoping that, his death is not in vain, we know reusing gloves don't do the job. Say that, Mary. Okay. Okay. That's across the board. Right. I caught that. Okay. Okay. Now that's some real serious tea right there. That's real tea. That's real tea now. Okay. Yes. Okay. See if that's going to soften your hands while you do dishes right there, baby, because that's real good. You soaked in that one right there. You are soaking in that right there. That's real right there. Okay? The children. Terrence that came up in here. Hey, cuz, what's up? What's going on? Oh, but yes, child. What we got? Oh, you work out. Oh, you out of Gilbert. Okay. What I do, I look at the stops and see if one does not have, if one don't have on one. I open the door, give them one, and then have them enter through the back. I work out of Gilbert. Okay. Hi, what you say? Okay, girl, take this and go on. Okay. I haven't gone anywhere lately to where I'm out on the buses and carrying on because of that, for that reason. I'm like, no, child, no. I'm not finna go through all these particular changes with y'all, and I don't even want to know. I don't even know how it works, child, because shit, every place I want to go is closed, and I'm not finna get on the bus with my groceries and things and all of that because there's just too much. Right now, So yeah. We should have stayed shut down instead of going back to work March 17th. Really? March 7th? They put y'all back to work? Well, but see, what? I'm hearing a lot of stuff is going on with y'all and as far as how the bus lines and stuff are doing in Detroit anyway. I'm hearing that they're gonna cut a lot of routes, that y'all doing, that Mayor Duggan is not really working with y'all as far as getting y'all money and carrying on. I'm hearing that y'all really going through changes there. And, I could only imagine. No. And then y'all got that old stupid ass train that goes up and down Woodward down to the new center area. When I came home last and saw that, I howled. Because we got one of those stupid ass trains down here too, that goes around our downtown that we didn't need. Okay, and things, but these folks don't let the children talk them into it. And when I saw that, I said, y'all let them talk y'all into doing this craziness instead of just taking that goddamn train and making a line all the way to fucking Pontiac like they should have done back when we had the people mover. Girl, that's a whole nother show. Okay? A complete waste of money. Child, that was a whole waste of fucking money. And down here in Atlanta, just like they got up there in Detroit, it's not even a separate... The damn train thing is not even a separate lane for the train. It's part of the fucking road. So if the train... the damn thing is got to stop at the light behind cars and everything. Like, child... Would you say, yeah, we work a Saturday schedule for every day. Look at that, Jesus. Oh, All right, children, let me get up out of here because I'm starting to get loud. It is 2:30 in the morning right now because I'm live. For those of you who are catching this in the archives or the rebroadcast, you catch it at whatever time you're catching it. I'm live and it's 2:33. I'm getting loud and I try to make sure I live in an apartment complex. Thank God nobody's over me, but I got somebody across the way and carrying on, so I don't want to be too loud and carrying on. And then let me go here on Instagram because I got to see if the children sitting up here partying, because if y'all not in club quarantine or club brown liquor, you missing something, child. I'm telling you, Jamie Foxx, what Jamie doing? Jamie doing, I don't know. Let's say I am Jamie Foxx. That looks stupid. Okay. But no, Roland Martin does a club brown liquor. And baby, when I tell you, honey, it's on Instagram Live, child. He not on right now. But y'all check your Instagrams and things. And if you just want to just sit down there, but I'm telling you, Roland sends us. He ain't no DJ, honey, but you know he's a music lover. And if you're a music lover, child, trust me, honey, he gonna take you down. Y'all know DJ Nice, child. Club Quarantine is everything, child. So yeah, he was on, but he done stopped for the night. So we gonna see who else is coming. So yeah, all the other children that's gonna be spinning, they're gonna be spinning in a minute. But yeah, you said, when am I coming back to Detroit? I was supposed to be back there for my birthday. My birthday is March 4th. Y'all know I have a season, but because I turned 50 this year, I'm taking the entire year. So once we get over this quarantine thing, I'll see what I am when I get back to work so I can work out my time. I will know if I can get there this year. If not, then what I was supposed to do this year, I'm going to do next year. And that there is, I want to throw myself a birthday party. I haven't thrown myself a birthday party in maybe 35 years. Okay? So I'm going to do it up because it's a big one. And because my brother is no longer with us, I lost my brother, 7 years ago. Every age that I turn, I got to do it twice because I got to turn it for him too. So yeah, we're going to get turned up, child. You understand? We're going to get, and you'll know it because you will know it. Okay? Because it's going to be for everybody. Everybody, child, it's going to be one of those things. I'm coming over in a club or some kind of hall or something. And it's going to be, I want to turn it up. So there's that. So having said all that, my darling, you may finish all of your crumpets because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, darlings, right here with Big Meat for this edition of the Corona Chronicles, child. Like I said before, if you love me, tell a friend, honey. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But do know this, one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that I'm doing will move forward. Follow me on all of my social media platforms. As a matter of fact, I just found something. Are y'all hip to Linktree? Linktree is a hosting system to where if you get here, you can put all of your social medias and line them up on one particular thing. Give them the Linktree link, and when they hit it, you have all of your links there. I'm gonna put mine down here so y'all can go here and do the thing. Okay, https://linktr.ee/ this damn autocorrect /Big Meat. All right. Go there. And y'all can follow me on all of my social platforms again on my website, and all of that is on that particular link. Go there, follow me everywhere, child. Everywhere. And because I got to get these numbers up, child. Okay, and then we're also in the process of getting my talk show together so that the TV show, we got 3 episodes up, but we got production that's low and carrying on and all of that. So just follow my links there, and you'll call it grace. What is this? Okay, mine is April 4th. I was diagnosed on April 11th. I was on April 1st. I was supposed to have one party that was canceled. So you a month after me, April 4th. Okay, now girl, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. All right, we're gonna make that happen. Okay. So with that, my daughters, let me bid you guys a farewell. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do better with coming on daily and carrying on. It's just that sometimes I get into my own head and things, and sometimes it's like, okay, you know what? And I try not to jump on things when everybody else is jumping on it. You know what I'm saying? Because you get bombarded with it. So I wanted to give it a couple of days to breathe. And then I say something. So that there is that. But I'm coming back again soon because we ain't done. I got a couple other things that we're gonna talk about. One of which I'm gonna get on y'all tomorrow. Everybody trying to jump on Kenya Bears and this Black as Fuck or black hashtag Black AF on Netflix. Have you seen it yet? Go catch it, and then we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I'll be back then. I'll talk with you later, honey. Kisses, loves, hugs. Take care of yourself, sanitize, wash your hands, stay at home, children. Just stay home. Okay? We'll be over this soon. I'll talk with you later. Ciao.